Good morning, MS Gymmers. What is going on? My people, my tribe, my family. How are you guys doing? Great to have you here. For all of you new people who just joined the MS Gym, welcome to the movement. Welcome to the tribe. Welcome to watching this MS Gym blow up with some amazing people who are learning how to exercise better with MS. I've created the MS Gym, and my name's Trevor, by the way, if you haven't noticed. So I'm Trevor, and I've created the MS Gym to literally be the best online source that you can get to understand how to exercise with MS in order to manage your symptoms, in order to teach your brain new ways to move around the lesions in your brain, the demyelinated nerves in your body, and literally to use exercise and the power of movement to slow down the progression of MS, or to actually help you start to rebuild and repair your body after you've had some amazing treatments that have helped actually stop the progression as well. So welcome. So we are in a series right now talking about leg strengthening, because on this site I'm getting a ton of responses and a ton of people saying, well, my legs are weak, I don't feel like I can walk right, my legs give out and all this kind of stuff. And so I'm trying to really give you just a little bit of a taste, and we're building on a circuit that we're going to be performing on Saturday in this whole series. So what we're doing is that yesterday we went through an entire mobility warm-up series to get your legs prepped and moving and ready for leg strengthening. And then the next 4 days, what we're going to be going through are four of my top leg exercises, and probably four of the most fundamental exercises that you need to be able to do in order not only to work out properly, but also to live life, you know? So my training methodology is not really complicated. It's basically just like, you got to learn the basic movement patterns of life and perform those and practice those so that you can actually live your life better, and you can train your body to get stronger despite the fact that you have this little battle going on over here with MS, or the side effect or the fallout of MS that's kind of messing up your neuromuscular system a little bit, okay? So, with that said, what we're going over today is called the MS deadlift, okay? And deadlift sounds like a big scary term because it has the word dead in it, but all that means is lifting something up from a dead stop. And why this is what's called a functional deadlift, and it's specific to MS because if you cannot perform a deadlift, you should not, will not, and cannot do any other leg exercise, including walking, cycling, elliptical machine, anything like that, correctly. And you will actually be feeding poor movement patterns into your brain because the right muscles are not kicking in when you try to stand up or you try to use your leg. So my entire goal is to set you up and teach your body and your brain the most fundamental things to do in order to strengthen your legs. And today we're going over what's called the MS deadlift. Now, a lot of times when you hear people talk about squatting, right? Everyone talks about squats. This is what I always see. I see people go to squats and I see this. The knees go forward, the back tries to stay straight, and they get this. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Who taught you how to do that? Okay? When you talk about a squat, your shin bones should literally not move. Your butt should go back first, and you get down into squat this position, and you come back up using the glutes. But then you see people, and you see trainers, and you see therapists, and YouTubers, and all YouTube trainers and all that, put bars on people's backs and have people hold weights, and then they're dropping with their knees. If you drop with your knees like this, you are exacerbating, or you're reinforcing foot drop. You're reinforcing forward lean. You're reinforcing your body not to be able to lift your leg, and it just fires me up to no end because the squat and the deadlift are the two of the most poorly trained and poorly taught and poorly performed motions ever, okay? Every time I go into a gym, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna freak out right now. So let's teach you how to do this. So I'm gonna show you from the side first, but how you're gonna get set up, okay? Hopefully you can see this on my feet. You should be okay. So I want your feet pointed straight ahead. And we're gonna use a chair to do this, or a bench, or something that you can sit on. And what you're going to do is your feet are going to be about hip width. You're pointed straight ahead. So your feet are about like this. And I'm actually going to show you from the front first. So we'll move this bad boy back here. So you're going to stand in front of a chair. Feet are just slightly outside of your hip. Now what I want you to do is just sit down. Okay? So you're going to sit down first. And I want you to get to the edge of your seat. And now what I want you to do is I want you to lean forward. And I want your hands to reach back behind you. Okay? So from a side perspective, we're reaching back behind. I'm onto the edge of my seat, and I'm back, and I'm leaning forward. So nice flat back. my abs are pulled up and in, and I'm leaning forward. As you can see, I've got my man prees pulled up here, so you can see my feet. My balls of my feet are pointed into the floor. My feet are pointed straight ahead. They're trying not to turn out. If you need to turn out a little bit, not that big a deal, but try to feel the balls of your feet, all right? So you're going to pull your abs in, and you're going to lean forward, and you're going to touch the chair down here. Hello! You're going to touch the chair behind you. So you're going to touch the seat of your chair or your bench, pull those shoulder blades back, and then what you're going to do is you're going to stand, but it's not a shift forward. You're basically standing upright. So you're going boom, and you're pushing those hips forward. That's why we did the drill yesterday, going against the wall and coming up, because a deadlift or a squat is driven from the hips. The knees should not be involved. It is a core exercise stemming from mobility in the ankle, strength in the hip, mobility in the hip, core activation, and your whole body working together to stand up, okay? So from a front perspective, we're right on the edge of our seat. We're reaching back behind us, and make sure your legs are not out here, because my feet are rolling to the outside like that. You are not a frog, okay? So I want you to push the balls of your feet down into the floor, kind of hug, kind of push into your thighs with your arms and into your arms with your thighs, okay? So you're going to pull those abs in, pull the shoulder blades together, and then as you stand, you're going to stand up, and the hips come forward. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this from a diagonal so you can actually see it, and we're going to go through 10 reps, all right? So get to the edge of your chair, and if you're doing this with a weight in a gym, you put the weight behind your knees, okay? Don't ever, ever, ever put a weight out in front of you right now and try to get it in front of your knees. You won't do it right. I swear you will not use your glutes, you will use your quads, you will use your knees, you'll use your upper body, so put it behind your knees. So my weight is down here, I'm shifting forward like this, abs are in, stand up, push the hips forward. When I come back down, I want to reach back behind me, barely touch that chair with my tush, stand back up and push the hips together. And it goes butt, guts, and blades. So you squeeze your tush. I want you to think about a magic marker in between those cheeks, right? You're going to squeeze the marker, you're going to pull those abs in, and those shoulder blades are going to be pulled down as you stand up. As you come back down, find the balls of your feet, abs are in, push your butt back, come back, barely touch that chair, reach back behind you, stand back up, boom, hips are forward. Come back down, reach behind you, touch the chair, boom, come forward. Notice my shin bones are not going this direction. Do not squat from your knees. You want to bend at a 45-degree angle at your hips, so you're coming back behind you, touch the chair, boom, come up and stand. Touch back behind you, boom, come up and stand. So I'm right here, slide back, hello, and come up, boom. If I have a weight, I hold that weight here, I reach back behind me, touch it to whatever platform, stand back up, here's my weight. I reach back behind my knees, hold, come up, touch the weight. All right, so we're going to do 3 more of those. Abs are in, shoulder blades down, butt goes back first, reach back behind you. Set, come up, squeeze the tush, pull in the abs, shoulder blades are down. Set back, abs are in, come up, squeeze the tush, pull the abs in, shoulder blades come back. So I don't want to see this. So you got to open back up. Come back down, touch, come back up, squeeze. Come back down, touch, come back up, squeeze. Okay? So that is the deadlift. Okay? I call it the MS deadlift because we're MSers and we like to deadlift. Okay? So this is the most fundamental motion you can possibly do for function right now. I spent an exorbitant amount of time on this today because you got to get this down. You have to practice this deadlift because it's the foundation for every single strength exercise that we're going to do from here on out for the rest of eternity. So I want you guys to be really good deadlifters. I want you to always think butts, guts, and blades, that when you come down, the key is just reaching back behind you. Okay, from a biomechanics standpoint, if you can go back and touch an object behind you, look at my spine. I'm flat, my abs are in, I'm shifted back in my butt, and I'm not forward. I can't reach behind me here. But if I reach behind me, my knees automatically come back, and then I can load my glutes, my abs, and my shoulder blades to come up and stand properly, okay? So I want you to practice this exercise. Today's Tuesday. I want you to practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday we're rocking it out. Okay, so every day this week needs to start with the warm-up that we did yesterday, a deadlift, and then whatever the new exercise is. Practice your exercises, build on them, because on Saturday, it's party time. We're going to go and we're going to fly through this leg stuff, and you're going to be feeling the burn, man. So this is a functional deadlift. Pay attention to it. Remember, reach back behind you, hold your abs in, and when you stand up, squeeze the marker, pull your abs in, pull your shoulder blades down, and you will squat virtually pain-free in your knees, pain-free in your back, pain-free in your neck, and you will make me a happy, happy boy. So, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Go down and hit like in this video. Go down and hit comment if you want to comment, and practice, 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 because I tell you, if you get this deadlift down, you're going to feel so much stronger, so much better, and you're going to be like, man, I'm actually working out again. Okay? So, thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Go deadlift! Ugh.